Hello, good morning students. Myself Veena, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Government Science College, Bangalore. I will take integral calculus for your class. In integral class, this year we will study reduction formula. That is reduction formula of sin raised to nx dx, integration of cos raised to nx dx, integration of tan raised to nx dx, integration of cot raised to nx dx, integration of secant raised to nx dx, integration of cosecant raised to nx dx, and integration of sin raised to mx cos raised to nx dx with constant limits as well as variable limits. Also differentiation under integral sign by Leibniz rule. This is the syllabus. Similarly, we will study reduction formula with limits, without limits in practicals also. So first one, reduction formula. What do you mean by reduction formula? A formula which expresses the given integral in terms of another which is simpler in form is called the reduction formula of the given integral, which is also the integral form only but is a simpler form. Okay. Now first one, reduction formula for sin raised to nx dx, where n is a positive integer. Now consider sin raised to nx dx reduction formula for sin raised to nx dx, where n is a positive integer. Now consider integration of sin raised to nx dx. We will derive this formula by integration by parts. We know integration of u into v is equal to integration of, first we will integrate any one with other kept constant, next minus of integration of differentiation of the next one into, we already integrated that one with integration, again we will integrate that one. This is the integrating by parts. Here integration of sin raised to nx dx, we will write sin raised to nx dx as sin raised to n minus 1x into sin x. So u into v. First integration of sin x, integration of sin x is minus cos x. So sin raised to n minus 1x minus cos x minus of, next again integration of differentiation of this one, that is n minus 1 into sin raised to n minus 2x cos x, differentiation of sin x is cos x. Here already minus cos x is there, minus cos x into dx. So after simplification, minus cos x sin raised to n minus 1 x, here n minus 1 is a constant, take outside, minus of minus plus, it becomes integration of sin raised to n minus 2x cos x into cos x cos square x dx. So again here cos square x can be written as 1 minus sin square x, and after removing the bracket it becomes n minus 1 is constant, integration of sin raised to n minus 2x into 1 is sin raised to n minus 2x into dx. Again sin raised to n minus 2x into sin square x is, here plus into minus minus, n minus 1 is constant as it is, integration of n minus 2 plus 2, 2 to get cancelled, sin raised to nx dx. But it is already in the left hand side, this form is in the left hand side, so take to this side, already integration of sin raised to nx dx is there. So 1 plus, if you take to this side it becomes plus 1 plus n minus 1 integration of sin raised to nx dx, that is equal to minus cos x sin raised to n minus 1x plus n minus 1 into integration of sin raised to n minus 2x dx. So 1 get cancels, n into integration of sin raised to nx dx, or that is equal to minus cos x sin raised to n minus 1x plus n minus 1 integration of sin raised to n minus 2x dx. Therefore, the standard formula of integration of sin raised to nx dx is in the reduction formula is minus 1 by n cos x sin raised to n minus 1x, n minus 1 divided by n integration of sin raised to n minus 2x dx. Similarly, for cos raised to nx dx is that is equal to, since integration of sin x is minus cos x, here a minus sign, but integration of cos x is plus sin x, therefore it is equal to 1 by n sin x cos raised to n minus 1x plus n minus 1 divided by n integration of cos raised to n minus 2x dx. This is the reduction formula for sin raised to nx and cos raised to nx dx without limits. If you consider with limits, it is to evaluate integration of integration of 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to nx dx. Now consider this as in. So in is equal to integration of 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to nx dx. That is equal to, so reduction formula for integration of sin raised to nx dx without limits we know, that is equal to minus cos x sin raised to n minus 1x divided by n plus n minus 1 divided by n integration of sin raised to n minus 2x dx. Now, so put limits 0 to pi by 2, because here we have taken limits, and for this we put limits, that is 0 to pi by 2. That is equal to cos of pi by 2 is 0, so upper limit becomes 0. Sin of 0 is 0, so this term becomes 0, first term becomes 0, plus n minus 1 divided by n integration from 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to n minus 2x dx. Since we have denoted sin raised to nx dx as in, we will denote this sin raised to n minus 2x dx as in minus 2. That is, in is equal to, this is 0, n minus 1 divided by n in minus 2. Now, what may be the integration of in minus 2? That is, now change n to n minus 2 in this formula. Take this as equation 1. In equation 1, it becomes I of n minus 2 is equal to n minus 3 by n minus 2 n minus 4. Similarly, change n to n minus 4 in equation 1, it becomes in minus 4 is equal to n minus 5 by n minus 4 in minus 6. So equation 1 is nothing but in is equal to n minus 1 divided by n in minus 2. But what is in minus 2? In minus 2 is n minus 1 by n. In minus 2 is n minus 3 by n minus 2 into in minus 4. But in minus 4 is n minus 5 by n minus 4. That means here it changes from n minus 1, n minus 3, n minus 5 and so on up to k. So k is equal to I1 or I naught according to n is odd or even. So let us calculate value of k here. Now suppose I1 we will take, n is odd, so it becomes 0 to pi by 2, it becomes sin raised to a sin x dx because n is 1. So what is integration of sin x dx? That is cos x. Is it cos x? Minus cos x varies from 0 to pi by 2. Cos of pi by 2 is 0, minus of this lower limit, cos of 0 is minus 1, minus of minus 1 is equal to 1. So I naught is equal to, it is a even, 0 to pi by 2. So if you put n equal to 0, here sin 0x is 1, that is only integration of dx, that is equal to dx, x varies from 0 to pi by 2, that is equal to pi by 2, because here we have taken n equal to 0. Therefore k value is equals to either 1 or pi by 2 according to odd or even. If odd number n is odd, then k value is 1. If n is even, then k value is pi by 2. Okay. Similarly for cos raised to n, integration of cos raised to nx dx. There also k value is equal to 1 if n is odd and k equals to pi by 2 if n is even. So this is the reduction formula for integration of sin raised to nx and integration of cos raised to nx dx with limits, without limits, both. Let us solve some more examples in the next class. Thank you.